Welcome to the Wild West Wales video blog number 2. Now, I wasn't sure what to talk about, but having spoken with a really good friend of mine today, Maggie, I've decided to talk about what's going on with the government, the British government, and their approach to live music and small venues and helping musicians. I understand that there is a government move to make it really difficult for musicians to perform live in small venues or for schools or in pubs and charities to raise money for causes through musical events. And this new legislation that they're intending to bring in will inhibit the central role that music making has in our lives and communities. Well, I just find this pretty outrageous, and whenever I see Tony Blair prancing around with his Stratocaster in his hand and read stories about him leaping up onto the table, strutting his stuff at Bee Gees parties out on these little islands in the West Indies, when he's on his holidays with Shuri and the kids, I find it incredible that here he is, purporting to be somebody whose main hobby and interest is playing the guitar and making rock and roll music, and yet at the same time he's limiting the opportunities for young musicians in this country to flourish. Not only that, he's limiting the opportunities for all kinds of people involved in knock-on jobs within the community. For example, promoters, record producers, engineers, lighting and PA hirers. All of these people, not to mention the economic advantages that there are for the people who run the venues, the publicans, the theatres, the small clubs, the village halls, all of these places where the community meet and enjoy themselves listening to live music are now going to be hamstrung by a whole range of what can only be described as draconian legislation. Well, what can you do about it? What I would suggest you do is that you go to the Downing Street website. I'll just read it as I've got it on the computer screen in front of me. If you go to http://petitions.pm.gov.uk/licensing, then I think that you'd be able to sign a petition there direct to number 10. Already it's up into the middle echelons of the top 20 petitions that they're saying that they will listen to the public about. So why not go there, sign up, and also circulate this information to as many people as possible. After all, it's our music, it's our enjoyment, it's our time to go out and have fun with each other. Why should the government come on so hard like Big Brother at this particular point in time to attack the creative young people and old people of this country? Many of the musicians I know are playing on into their 50s and 60s and are performing on a regular basis. They want to keep doing this. So don't let Blair, this weekend rock and roll, well, what can you call him, Turnip, continue to speak one thing and do another. Let's really make sure that he knows that we are utterly fed up with him. Okay, that's enough for now. So please just go sign a petition and send it to all your friends. Bye.